welcome to a special WrestleMania 40 edition of Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, so, what do you want to talk about? Alright, so, we all know what happened last night as far as the ending, at least most of us do, and if you're tuning in, maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't, I don't know, but I would assume you did. Let's start off, Sunday. By the way, I haven't seen the remainder of the Hall of Fame, unfortunately. I'll probably watch that today. So I can't comment on that. Maybe we'll have something next week. But Sunday, we start things off with a bang. We got Seth Rollins versus Drew to start things off. And I kind of knew this was going to happen, but Drew ends up winning the championship. For a few seconds, I was very excited. I like Drew. But Damian Priest runs in and cashes his Money in the Bank. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm hoping they have a feud between Drew and Damian now. And it catapults Damian into the main event spotlight. I think they should have probably pulled the trigger on this a long time ago. Like I said, I like this. My audio levels are really low right now. I'm gonna have to boost that a lot in post production here. But during this match, let's see. Actually, we'll get that in a minute. I'm sorry. We had the Philadelphia. Actually, after all this happened, my notes are horrible. This is what happens when you have no sleep. I'm sorry. The next match we had was the Street Profits versus Final Testament. And now, if I'm mistaken, did I hear Corey Graves say that Paul Ellering has never been in a WrestleMania? I could have sworn he was with LOD in like WrestleMania 8. If you please, throw it down in the comments if I'm right or wrong. But I could have sworn, maybe it's Mandela effect, maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me. I could have sworn he came down with them, with the bikes and everything. I enjoyed the ECW references during this match. Obviously, Philadelphia street match. Bubba Ray being the referee, good choice, perfect. Obviously, he was there to see Paul Heyman get inducted. And by the way, yes, I am wearing my AJ Styles shirt, same as yesterday. If you don't like that, you can take Paul Heyman's advice from the Hall of Fame. Let's see. Unfortunately, Street Profits beat Final Testament. I was hoping Final Testament would win this. I want to see him put over his monster heels, but then again, I like Karrion Kross, so I'm a little biased in that regard. I'm always happy to see Paul Ellering too, but I don't think they would have gained much more, because I don't think the Street Profits have that much to gain by winning. I mean, they're already popular. They're already over as baby faces. Let the Final Testament win, and I get it. It's WrestleMania. You want all the happy moments and all that, but I think for business sake, it would have been smarter to put Final Testament over. Let's see. We had next match was LA Knight AJ Styles. Good match, but every match that AJ Styles is in is a good match. Hence the shirt. It's funny. I saw it online. Was it Chris Van Fleet posted a picture of him from years ago in Canada, where he paid $5 to get a picture taken with AJ Styles at an indie promotion. I actually paid $10 to get a picture of him at a TNA promotion, or event. I've got the belt, I think, on my shoulder in that picture. I'll have to look again at that. So I guess Chris Van Vliet and me share at least one thing in common. Two, we both have podcasts, but he has much better teeth than I do. Let's see. like I say, good match. But my question is, LA Knight wins this. Where does he go from here? It seems like they don't know how to book this guy, and I don't know if they're holding him back because he's a pain in the butt in the locker room. I don't know, but he's got a short shelf life on him, and I compare him in a lot of ways to kind of where Damian Priest is in his career because they're similar ages, and they both have kind of a limited shelf life right now because of that. So I really think they need to put a rocket back on his back. Maybe he feuds with Damian Priest. That would be interesting. We'll see where we go from here. It's funny because a lot of podcasters were talking about how, Judgment Day has kind of become stale and irrelevant and everything, and they're going to break him up. And I always kind of disagree with that because I think they were always finding ways to keep them here and there, to remind you if they're not actively involved in a feud or something. They always say, hey, Judgment Day's here. And now this makes them even more relevant. So and they were teasing that whole thing with Dominic and Andrade, and obviously that fell apart because Andrade sided with his father, Ray. So, I think Judgment Day is going to come back even stronger, to tell you the truth. And Rhea retained, so yeah, they got those two belts, and they took the tag team belts off of Finn Balor and Damian Priest, but kind of like, so what? Damian Priest has an even more important belt now, so let's see. I loved AJ Styles' new entrance. I think it's perfect for his heel persona. I hated his previous entrance music. I'm not a fan. I loved all of his entrance musics from TNA. I thought they were great. Even his Lone Wolf thing, I thought was awesome. I really thought his WWE entrance music sounded kind of generic. I didn't like it. So this is, I think, much, much better. So I'm glad they're going this route. We had the whole 3-man way match between Logan Paul and RKO and Kevin Owens. Once again, I don't know. Logan Paul is awesome. I hate to admit that because I was talking to a friend yesterday. I said, or 2 days ago, I should say. It's like, I can't tell if he's just really, really good at being a heel or if I just don't personally like the guy. I'm not sure which, but either way, it gets him over as a heel, so it works. So what? I mean, but he retains. I think that was a smart decision too. To be honest with you, I thought this would have been better handled if they had a feud between him and LA Knight and have LA Knight grab that title at WrestleMania. But I don't, like I said, I don't know the guy personally. I don't know what they're dealing with backstage. I don't know, yada yada. I don't know why they won't put a title on him, but Triple H obviously knows a lot more about wrestling than I do. Next up we had Bayley versus Io Sky. Bayley's entrance was a little weird. I'm not sure I understand the whole Egyptian connection to her. Is she Egyptian? I don't know what the heck that was about. I guess at least they tried because so many other of the entrances fell flat, and WrestleMania is one of those things where I watch it just for the entire spectacle, and I really like it when they go all out with the entrances. I mean, Triple H's entrances were killer. Even if you didn't like Triple H, the thing with him coming out versus Sting with the Terminators, the T-800s and whatnot, I mean, that's incredible. That's great. Or him coming out on the throne or blah, blah, blah. And he always had amazing WrestleMania entrances, and they shouldn't save that just for the upper card. They should make the undercard more interesting too and get people hyped up, because you see that stuff. It gets you hyped up, and I like the creativity. I like, wrestling's an art form. It's not I'm gonna offend some people. It's not a sport. I'm sorry. You know, you have athletes, but they're out there. It's a performance art, like Paul Heyman described. It's a performance art, you know, and much like, once again, I'm sorry, much like dance, or it's choreographed, and you have to treat it with the spectacle that it is. And having the grand entrances, I think, really does that, and it gets you psyched up. You know, it's theatrical. It's drama. It's stuff you don't have in real life necessarily, or it's exaggerations of stuff in real life. So you gotta put that, and on the grandest stage of wrestling, you gotta make an effort to do some grandiose entrances. You know, that's just my 2 cents. You know, Bailey defeats Io Sky. Really cool moment there. I enjoyed that a lot, and you know, proper end to the whole Damage Control feud. I thought Damage Control was gonna get more involved. I really did. I thought that they were gonna bring out some people to help Bailey and all that, but I guess they kind of handled that in the first night with you know, Jade Cargill and Naomi and Bianca handling Damage Control. I guess that was taken care of. Why not put a stipulation in that they can't go to the ring then, or something like that along those lines? Because it's kind of silly to have a blow off like that. But great match. I mean, that both of these performers, you know, both Io Sky and Bailey are tremendous wrestlers, you know, and I was happy to see Bailey win that. You know, once again, you know, great WrestleMania moment. And I'm sorry, guys, message at WWE, please stop using Snoop Dogg. Please. This is so played out and so ridiculous. I was really hoping they were going to get some other famous names involved, some big names, you know. We had the Eagles involved, good, you know. Oh, by the way, I really, thinking about it, I really dug Drew McIntyre's entrance too. That was really cool. I probably mentioned that before, but anytime you get a you know, anytime you get bagpipes involved and have a pipe band involved, that's great. That's awesome. I love that. You know, going back to his Scottish heritage, that's really what we need to see more of, stuff like that. You know, and the Seth entrance was pretty cool too. You know, I didn't quite understand the connection, but it was a spectacle, and that's what I want to see. And that band had their affiliation being in Philadelphia, so that was a cool moment for the locals, you know. But you know, 2/3 of the crowd didn't get it because they're not from Philadelphia. You know, WrestleMania have people from all over the world traveling to it. It's like the Super Bowl. You know, it's like saying that you have Super Bowl in Las Vegas and all the people are from Vegas. No, that's not the case. Maybe 10% are. You know, but please, dear God, keep Snoop Dogg off of TV. I'm all Snoop Dogged out, okay? Let's get some more. There's got to be more celebrities that enjoy WWE. Come on. Can we get some better celebrities? I'm sorry. Having the Philadelphia connection, I was really hoping that they would do something with Stallone. I think the crowd would have gone nuts regardless of where they were to see that. But being in Philadelphia, especially the connection with the mimicking of Sami Zayn's match with Rocky IV, and kind of the parallels between the two, purposely done. You know, they should have done something there, I think. But I think that was a blown opportunity. And you know, as much as I love the Triple H era, I think that was a very blown opportunity. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, I'm done with Snoop Dogg. Sorry. I'd like to see more bands come out, like what they did with Rhea. I absolutely love that stuff. Really nice intro for Cody. I like the the fire effects and the mask and everything and seeing Brandy was really cool. It was good to see her, that's the type of entrance we need for a lot of these matches, not just reserving them for main events and whatnot. Enjoyed the entrance. It got me hyped up. It got me excited, Very, and the Roman Reigns entrance too. Very good. Very well done. That's what we need. That's what we need, Very cinematic look at the start of the match. I know they're using some new 4K cameras, but they did the focusing much like what the NFL is doing, and much like what's done in a lot of movies, where they're doing that hard focus on the main character, the main actor, and blurring pretty much everything is behind him as a soft focus. Very well done. Very well done. I applaud a lot of what's going on with the production of WWE. They're going some very good directions with this stuff, I thought it was cool in the vignette they showed before that they showed pictures of Cody with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and whatnot. It's the only time these guys are going to appear in WrestleMania, so I hope they enjoy it. Sit at home and collect their paychecks and work once a week, if they feel like it. And Triple H kind of alluded to that, and I'm guessing that's why MJF didn't make an appearance here. I was hoping MJF would sign. I don't know what his status with AEW is. I have no idea. I was hoping they would snag him, even if it was just for his event, or Dustin. And they probably reached out to AEW and Tony Khan told him no, probably. That would have been great to see Dustin come down and help out. It would have been awesome. Not that it wasn't awesome to see John Cena, which was foreshadowed in the beatdown with The Rock. They kind of focused on the trailer that was not so accidentally placed in the background as a backdrop for the entire beatdown with John Cena and Stone Cold. So hoping that Stone Cold would show up because he was so many times an adversary to The Rock. It makes me wonder if he just said no or if he had prior commitments, but that would have been really cool because for so long the two top guys were Stone Cold and The Rock, and to see them face off against each other, I think that place would have probably, I almost said blown the roof off, but it probably would have destroyed that structure if Stone Cold showed up. I was not expecting The Undertaker to show up though, so that was a very nice surprise. Like I said, I would have liked some people that were much more involved in Cody's past, kind of, to show up and make, even maybe Randy Orton, would have been, he did at the end, but Cody started his WWE career, as part of Legacy, so that would have been a nice tie back. Like I said, took The Undertaker to take The Rock down, which was cool. I enjoyed that tremendously. I really did. Tremendous moment at the end. If you didn't tear up a little bit, I don't think you're human. I don't want to call it anticlimactic because it wasn't. Because so many of us predicted this, but it's one of those moments that, even if you predict it, it's still really fun to see play out and really cool. And you know what? No matter what happened in this match, I would have been happy with the resolution to the story. So that was really cool. Initially when Seth Rollins made his entrance, the whole Shield thing really confused me. I wasn't sure what they were going for. The crowd popped regardless because they saw the Shield entrance, but I was half expecting Moxley to come out, and I'm wondering if they reached out to him too. That would have been incredible. Would have been absolutely amazing. It makes me wonder if these things got proposed and then shot down. Tony Khan is being Tony Khan, maybe. But regardless of that, I'm just fantasy booking, doing my thing, much better night, I think, night 2 than night 1. If not for the Cody Rhodes stuff alone. Just much better night, and had some real feel-good moments. I'm not going to give a grade to it just because I think I still need some time to kind of settle in. I might even rewatch some of it because I missed parts of it here and there. But good overall, very good WrestleMania. You know, it's up in the top ones because of the second night. I think the second night pushed it over, with the Sammy's, with I almost said Sami Zayn stuff, but with the Seth and Drew stuff and the interaction between them and CM Punk, which was great. It's anytime you put CM Punk in anything, it's great. I'm sorry, there's some people that just elevate things. Styles in ring is one of those people. CM Punk out of the ring is one of those people. Just some, people. Certain people have that it factor. And like I said, very satisfying night, a very satisfying end to the night. Had a lot of people kind of teary-eyed. Very good thing because you remember those of us that remember Dusty Rhodes, and those of us that have lived and through the whole watching the evolution of Cody and his trip to the Indies and then AEW, and personally I think his leaving was the downfall of AEW. I really do. But very, very touching, very heartfelt moment. Very cool. Very cool, because I'm a huge Dusty Rhodes fan. And to see them pay tribute to him and to see all the baby faces that were there enter the ring. And that some of the heels, really wanted to be there with their friend Cody, I'm sure, too. Because he seems like the individual that kind of brings people together. And great moment with the announcer, man. I can never remember her name. She's phenomenal, though. And I watched the close-up of her when she announced the new championship, and she's tearing up. Very cool. Very cool. This is the type of stuff that, it's the reason why we watch WrestleMania. It's maybe not the best wrestling. I don't know. I still, I love the old school Ring of Honor stuff. I love a lot of the stuff, but maybe not 5-star matches, but the compelling stories throughout are why we watch this, and the brilliant storytelling with the bloodline leading up to this point years ago, and with the linking in the Shield and whatnot. Very well done, very well done. This is what puts WWE, this in their production value is what puts, and the professionalism is what puts WWE leaps and bounds above everyone else, and this is why AEW, unfortunately, was never going to be an alternative to WWE, unfortunately. And I hate to end the show saying, even mentioning AEW, because it brings such an amazing moment down, and I don't want to do that. But congratulations to Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest and all the, and Sami Zayn and Bayley and Rhea and anyone else that, R-Truth, Miz, R-Truth and Miz, very touching, compelling moment there too. Grace Waller and Theory, whatever, they're gonna be done in a little while, I think. But I'm unfortunately running out of time now, so check us out at crushingkayfabe.com, crushing with a K. Check out Then and Now Flea Market in downtown Trenton, Tennessee. If you're in the Western Tennessee area, please check them out. They got some stuff from us in there too, so you can buy some really cool local vendors. Check us out on Patreon. $1 a month. I mean, who that can't spare $1 a month? I purposely made that cheap so that people would get their money's worth, and people. I know it's like with you subscribe to a million streaming services now, and you almost forget that you do until you're whacked with the bill at the beginning or end of the month. But $1 a month, I think, is pretty reasonable for the content that you get, and I appreciate everybody. Appreciate the listeners, the viewers, and got if you're in Tennessee or in one of the areas that's going to be affected by the eclipses, go out and make sure you take the proper precautions. We got our glasses, which I tested out, and are actually legit glasses. Make sure, if you don't know how to do that, if you put the glasses on and you take your cell phone and put the flashlight on your cell phone and look at the flashlight with your glasses on, everything else should be total black except the tiny dot, which will be the light from your cell phone. So that's how you know that they are actual glasses. If you put them on, you see anything else, do not use them. You're gonna go blind staring at the sun. And that buy them from a legitimate source, not from some stand on the side of the road or something. But everyone be safe. Be careful. I'm still rehabbing from an eye injury. I had detached retina, so I don't want to see or hear of anyone else getting eye injuries. And a lot of people do really stupid things. So make sure you're not one of them. Be safe out there. Thank you for tuning in. I'm looking forward to the Triple H era. I think I said era. I'm sorry. Triple H era. And God bless everybody. Thank you.